and welcome to part 6. Let's start off by talking about what logical operators are. There are multiple types of logical operators that we can use in Python. We have the greater than, the less than, the equal to, which we've been using, and this is really important that we use the double equal sign rather than the single, because when we use the single, that means you are assigning a value to a variable. If you use the double, you're checking to make sure that they are equal. Next, you have the greater than or equal to, and then you have the less than or equal to. Lastly, you have and or. These are important logical operators that we will be using throughout this video, and I'll explain why they're all useful. So let's go back to how we had our num is equal to 6. So let's go back to our variable and our if-then statement. So if our number, let's say we're looking to see if the number is greater than 5. We can say if the number is greater than 5, then print it is. Okay, and then elif if num is greater than or equal to 6, maybe we want to know if it's greater than or equal to 6, then we print it is greater than or equal to 6. And then else pass maybe. So this is something new. Pass will just do nothing. This does nothing basically. Else it does nothing. So it runs the code, and if it's greater than 5, so if num is greater than 5, then it will print it is, or if it's greater than or equal to 6, then it will print that it's greater than or equal to 6. Otherwise, it will just do nothing. So let's run the code and find out what it does. We get it is, because it is greater than 5. And the reason why it doesn't check the elif function is because this function is true. If this function was not true, let's change it to make it not true. So it's not less than, num is not less than 5. In this case, it will check the elif function. Now, if neither of the following statements are true, let's just say our real value is 8, then it will still work because it says greater than or equal to. But give me a minute. Okay. If we were to make it false by saying that it is 2 maybe, nothing will happen. So we have no output here. That's due to the pass statement. Now, we can also use and or statements. So, for example, we want both of those following conditions to be true with the num equals 6. So we also want and num is greater than or equal to 6. Then it will print this. So it has to be greater than 5, and it has to be greater than or equal to 6. Else print, we'll say nay. And it is, because it satisfies both of the following conditions. If it does not satisfy either of the conditions, then it will not work and it will print nay. So let's say, for example, it says less than 5. It will print nay, because both of the conditions need to be satisfied whenever you're using and. But if I change this to or, just one of the conditions need to be satisfied. So it works and prints it is.